All right, we are live. We are live for the YouTube people. I'm on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. For the YouTube people, of course, you already know. Make sure as you're coming in, hit the like button. All right, we are live. I always do that. Okay. So for the viewers who are seeing this recording, make sure to hit the like button right now. It's just the culture of YouTube. You know, every time I look at a YouTube video, the first thing I do, I just hit the like button even before the video actually starts, because that is YouTube culture. So make sure to hit the like button as you're coming in. All right, what's up, Takara? What's up, Terica? We ready to roll? Okay, so Instagram, go to YouTube. All right, so here's the deal. And I know a lot of people are thinking to yourself, like, wait, what? Like, what is this title? So the title of this particular broadcast is 5 Reasons Why the Black Woman Won't Shut the F Up. And before you guys start getting on me, getting mad and ready to start throwing stuff, I want you guys to just simply hear me out and we go from there. We're going to have a deep conversation about a lot of things. This video is not meant to attack Black women. So don't sit here, oh, I feel attacked already. That's not what this is. Okay. So here we go. The reason why I brought this up is because some of you already know that my opinion about the Black woman is, one, I love the Black woman, and I simply want the Black woman to, you know, of course, all women, but, you know, my demographic is Black women, and I get women in my DMs all the time, and they want to find a relationship. They want their relationships to grow, right? So one of the things that I let them know is part of the problem, because it's not always the man, of course, right? You guys follow me, you know, I'm not all about like, well, find a good man and you'll be okay. No, you have to be a good woman. And I did a video called The 5 Reasons Why You May Not Be a Good Woman in the past. Okay. If you haven't seen that, go on my YouTube channels, watch that later. But Paris said, buckling up. But here's the thing. When women come to my DM, women who join my coaching group, one of the deciding factors that would get me to understand if I can help this woman or not that I'm literally talking to is, does she have the ability to listen? You know, are you argumentative? Because here's the thing. I have women who come into my coaching group and they're argumentative. They're paying me to coach them, but at the same time, every time I say something, they want to argue. You know, they don't want to listen. So I'm like, all right, sometimes I can deal with it, sometimes I can't. So the bottom line is this. Black women, the number one thing we men need is for you to overall, I know this is going to hurt, shut the F up. And I don't mean that in a way where it's demeaning or disrespectful. It's not, because I will not, and I have not ever, I've never told a woman, shut the F up. I never did that in my life. I haven't, right? But there's a certain demeanor where, you know, in certain situations where like, yo, it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to argue this point, you know, and a lot of women, even Paris, have said this before. Paris said herself, she said, I don't want to feel silenced. So ladies, I just want you to understand, this is not me trying to silence you. This is not about me silencing you. This is about the thought process of a woman and a man having a conversation versus you just talking. You know, a lot of you ladies, you just want to talk. You just want to get your point across. You just want to be argumentative. And you don't necessarily want to listen to the man's or the other person's perspective. And sometimes the other person's perspective is something that you may not agree with, which is okay. But at the end of the day, you have to allow that person to have their perspective. So these are the 5 reasons why I say the Black woman refuses to shut the F up. And this is part of the reason why so many Black women are single. The first reason is that you were never told that it will behoove you as a woman to shut the F up when you're in the presence of a masculine man. And I'm not saying don't talk at all, but don't be argumentative. See, a lot of you have, literally grown up around women. Family was full of women. I talked about this in a different video. Family full of women, high school women, right? Unless you have big brothers or whatever, you've just been surrounded by women, right? You may not have, a dad. So you may not realize that men think differently than women. And what ends up happening is you get to the point where this is just who you are. You just talk. My girl Anita, Better Life Movement, she actually did a video the other day, a live. It was a great live. And she was talking about like 50-50, right? Should a man or woman have a 50-50 relationship on the bills, right? And she went on to talk about all these different things. She said a woman, she has children. She has to take care of the children. She has to recover from children. So at the end of the day, a relationship is not necessarily going to be 50-50. So how can you look at this? And she started saying about how, you want a woman to have sex when you want her to do it. You want to do this, do that, and she made a lot of points until she said that we want you, as she said, we women want the man to listen to us talk, right? She was going on all these different things. And I'm like, well, that is one of the biggest problems with women. For some reason, you guys think that a man is there to listen to you talk. And this comes from you growing up around so many women. And you start thinking that men are somewhat the same as women. And you actually think we want to hear what all this stuff that y'all have to say, So when it comes to, how was your day? It's cool to tell me how your day was, but next thing you know, I don't want to hear the storyline behind Wednesday. And now it's Friday, and you're still telling me about how your day was Wednesday, about the same girl did this and she did that. And next thing you know, the guy gives a woman a solution and she gets a little perturbed with the man because overall she just wants to, like Anita said, she just wants him to listen to her talk. And the first thing I said this under her post, overall, no, we don't want to listen to you talk. We want you go talk to your homegirl about whatever is going on with at work. I'll ask you how your day was, but I don't want this long drawn storyline about all these people at your job. You know how it is. You got this person, your supervisor, you start naming people. I don't need the name of your supervisor. I don't need these people because you're trying to instill characters into my brain. So come Saturday or Tuesday, you come and tell me about, hey, remember I told you about Sheila? Well, guess what? No, I don't want to hear that. I'm not going down this rabbit hole of love and hip hop at your job. I don't care, because guess what? We're men. We are very simple beings. We don't want to hear this. And what ends up happening is the guys looking at the game, basketball, football, whatever, And then you're so used to just plopping down next to him saying, oh my God, you wouldn't believe what Sheila did today. Remember I told you about Sheila, right? Oh my God. And he's sitting here like, okay, whatever. And he's looking at the game and she's like, blah, 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 right? And next thing you know, she stops for a second and says, you're not even listening to me. And the guy's like, oh my God, here we go. You don't want to listen to me. And then to a certain degree, the man doesn't feel comfortable to say, no, I don't want to hear about no freaking Sheila. I don't care. Because then she's going to start crying. Oh my God, you don't care about me. Why would, So the guy just, he knows to shut the F up, right? We men know to shut the F up, but y'all don't. So a lot of times we'll just let you babble about Sheila or whoever, like, oh my God, can you please stop talking so I can finish looking at the game? So we just, oh man, really? Oh, she said this. Oh, wow. Because we might want some sex later on, or we might want you to just finally get it out so you can finally shut the F up. But overall, we want you to shut the F up. And we don't want to be vilified and demonized once we want this. Because we're not going to tell you. We're not going to sit here and say, shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's very demeaning. You are not a child. And at the end of the day, that's abusive behavior, right? But since you've been raised and been around so many women your whole lives, you may not. And then here's another thing. You may feel like the man that you're with is obligated to listen to all this crap. The answer to that is no. We're not obligated to do nothing. Okay? I don't care if we're having sex. I don't care. I'm not obligated to do nothing. Okay? So no. And then because like I said, we men know when to shut the F up. Okay? Women don't. All right. So we'll literally just put up with your mess because we want to have sex when we get into bed. When it's time to go to bed, I'm gonna roll over and I'm gonna want some sex, right? So I know if I sit here and try to silence you, it's gonna be a problem, right? And by the way, make sure to hit the like button for all the people coming in. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Make sure to hit the like button. What's up, Amari? Thank you, Amari. I appreciate that. Yo, wait. How is it? Amari is like, I think he's 12. How old are you, Amari? Amari is 12 years old and just dropped a super chat in here. And I'm not expecting y'all to drop any money in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? It'll be nice. But Terica, do you see that? A 12-year-old just dropped some money in the super chat. And all these grown people, they come on the live, but they don't. just something for y'all to think about. Thank you, Amari. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. So that was number one. You don't understand the fact that men don't like to talk. And the key word is to talk versus converse. Okay. We can have a conversation about some things, but for you just sitting here, just vomiting all these storylines on me because you don't like your job, I don't want to hear that. Okay. And your man doesn't want to hear that. So that is number one. And number two is this. So number one was literally, you just don't know. You're ignorant to the fact that men don't like these storylines that y'all like to say. Okay. Number two, let me give you guys a story real quick. I don't know if he's on here, but my guy Jay, I was with my guy Ace Metaphor. Shout out to Ace Metaphor. We all, because they're from Ohio, and they were down here for the weekend to do a show, and we literally we were having a conversation. Jay Martinez, if you're on here, like say something real quick. we were just having a conversation about relationships or whatever, right? Shout out to Ace Metaphor, shout out to Jay Martinez. And one of the people at the table didn't know who I was, right? And he was like, so what do you do? I said, I somewhat do what Ace does, right? And I said, well, actually, I don't necessarily do what Ace does. We're kind of like in the same field, but I teach women how to shut the F up, right? And he was like, what? You do what? He was like, he pulled out, he was like, oh, wait, like, I gotta follow you. Hold on, what? And and for those who are on YouTube, my Instagram is Mr_letgo. So he followed me and he's like, please explain to me what this is. How are you able to do this without ticking women off? And I said, I'm not gonna say I don't tick women off, but this is what I do. I help women learn how men think. So it's not just telling women to shut the F up. Part of the way men think is we wish as men that women would, Black women in particular, would just learn how to shut the F up, right? So he's like, well, I wish I would be able to tell my woman this and that. And I was like, well, this is not for every man, right? You know, because like I said, I don't expect any man, and I just want to say this, I don't expect any man to tell a woman to shut the F up. That's disrespectful and that's abusive, okay? I've never told a woman to shut the F up in my life, okay? So I said I show women how to shut the F up. It's a difference, okay? So we went on to talking, and this particular guy was telling me about how his relationship, we were talking about how you can miss your ex-girlfriend and then you can miss what she does for you, right? And I was like, I miss my, some of my ex-girlfriends, but I don't really miss what they did for me because they didn't really do a lot for me. I don't require women to, I don't want you washing my clothes and all that stuff. So the guy who didn't know me was like, well, yeah, but my ex-girlfriend, she cooked, washed clothes, she cleaned up, and he literally said, a lot of the motherly duties. I was like, okay, motherly duties. He's like, well, I was like, no, it's cool. I get it. I totally understand. Motherly duties is cool. I understand. I'm not judging you, right? So we went on talking or whatever. And he was just like, well, you just gotta let me know, like, how is it that you're able to accomplish this and get the woman to shut the F up, right? I said, I don't get a woman to do anything. I said, it just ends up happening. And he said, how? Because that's one of the problems I have, keyword, one of the problems I had with my ex-girlfriend. And I said, well, here's the thing. If you have a woman that is giving you, like, doing motherly duties to you, because there are different types of men, and nobody is bad, but there are different types of men, right? If a woman is doing motherly duties for you on a normal basis, most likely when it comes to who dominates in the relationship, that's going to be the woman also, because she's being your mother, right? She's essentially being your second mother. So you can't convey, because like I said, you never tell a woman to shut the F up. You can't convey, and I'll explain how this actually happens in a minute, but you can't convey to your woman to quote unquote shut the F up. She's going to tell you to shut the F up because she's playing your mother. You know what I mean? So I explained in my life, and it was a young lady here also. I said, this is how it works. When you have a man that gives you this masculine energy and he makes you feel like, here's the key right here, and here's number two. When he makes you feel like everything's going to be okay, you naturally shut the F up, right? So it was a young lady with us, right? So because she was looking at me crazy too, right? So I said, all right, we're at this outside bar. You know, you got to be outside these days, right? So I said, what if me and you were together, right? I want y'all to think about this. What if me and you were together? And she said, okay. And the waitress came over and she's like turned up on you. You did something, you said something, and she's like, look here, you blah, 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 right? And I'm your man, and she's going off on you. Your natural instinct as a black woman, and I won't put all black women and say what they would do, but a lot of black women, you know, they'd be like, all right, what you want to do? Who you talking to? You know, you may actually either verbally go off on her, or you may possibly be ready to fight her. But when you have a masculine protector sitting at the table with you, the first thing you're going to do naturally is shut the F up. And you're just going to look over at me. And next thing you know, you're going to look over at me for instructions. And I'm just going to handle everything. Because the thing about it is, the beauty of being with a masculine man is you ain't got to do nothing. Meaning you ain't got to say nothing either. You don't have to protect yourself. You don't have to necessarily speak for yourself. When you're at a restaurant, if you don't want to, you don't have to order for yourself. You don't have to do nothing, right? So in this particular situation, blah, 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 you know, whatever happens, she's going off on you or whatever, right? Well, the first thing you're going to do is, you know, even if you actually decide to turn up, like, look, who are you talking to? I'm like, whoa, chill. Right? And you're going to look over me, and I'm going to look at you, just give you a look like, chill. Right? And that chill means I'll handle this. I'm responsible for you. I'm responsible for your well-being. So there's no reason for you to actively attempt to defend yourself. Therefore, it will behoove you to follow my instructions and shut the F up and let me handle this, right? So I talk to the woman, I ask for a manager, I defend the woman, and I handle everything. And you can just sit back and be feminine and enjoy your meal. So number 2 would be the reason why the average black woman refuses to shut the F up is because she does not necessarily feel safe. She's in a position in her life where she feels like, if I don't handle this situation, nobody else will, right? I've been, you know how women say, I've been on my own since I was 17. I gotta fend for myself, right? Well, when you're with a masculine man, the beauty is you no longer have to fend for yourself. All the fending for yourself, it's over. I am now responsible for you. I'll say this again. I am now responsible for you. Your tire blows, I'm responsible. If you just need new tires, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for your well-being. I'm responsible for the making sure you make it home. Okay. You know, if we're in the bed together and you hear a noise downstairs, I'm responsible for making sure that nothing happens to you. So you just lay down and you know, go back to sleep. I got this. Even if you hear tussling downstairs, just roll over and go to sleep. Because whatever happens, it ain't gonna make it upstairs to you. So even if some crazy stuff was going on downstairs, just roll over. I got it. Imagine how beautiful that would feel to literally let go of the steering wheel. Because a lot of lot of the problems with black women is the difference between black men and black women overall is women fight and defend themselves with their mouth or with their voices, right? Let a woman disrespect you or let somebody cut you off. You're gonna be like, blah 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 blah. You know, of course, men defend themselves with their hands and with weapons, right? So overall, your defense mechanism is your voice, is you talking, is you cussing, is you raising your voice, right? Is your masculine side, because we all have masculine and feminine sides, right? So, just like some New Yorkers, if you live in New York, put a 1 in the chat, whether you're YouTube or Instagram. If you're from New York, up north, period, Buffalo, whatever, put a Syracuse, Philly, put a 1 in the chat. When you're when you're up north, sometimes you feel like, because they walk, in Atlanta, in the South, we drive around more. We don't walk, like folks be walking in New York. I ain't walking nowhere in Atlanta, right? So when you're walking down the street as a woman, you kind of like have to have this masculine demeanor. And if a guy says something nice to you, the first thing you may feel is, who are you talking to? What you want? What do you want from me, right? You have this demeanor where everybody is, to a certain degree, possibly an attacker, right? So you just go through your life. Nobody, okay, we got one Brooklyn. Nobody else is from up north. I'm from Philly. Ain't nobody from up north representing? Really? Put a 1 in the chat if you from up north. You have this demeanor where you feel like I would like to be feminine, but I don't feel safe being feminine. So you have to have this disposition all the time where you need to defend yourself. And women don't necessarily defend themselves with their fists. They defend themselves with clapbacks. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got Long Island, the Bronx, Brooklyn. So that right there is one of the reasons why Jersey City in the house, okay, in the building. All right. So you may just have this demeanor that even when you're with a man, a lot of the times, ladies, you have this masculine demeanor that is just simply meant to help you survive, help you keep you alive, keep you from getting mugged or whatever. But once you get with a guy and he's masculine, it's a lot of head butting, like you're butting heads with a man because you're masculine, he's masculine, and it just doesn't work out, right? A lot of your baby daddies were masculine and it just didn't work out, right? But then after your baby daddies, when you were like young, everybody after that were feminine, too laid back men, right? Because when you were young, you realized that, okay, I want that guy, but it just doesn't work. And all y'all love to say this line that just gets on my nerves. Y'all love to say, I just don't like to argue, which is a whole lie, a straight lie, right? So you would get with a guy that wouldn't put you in a state of being where you would want to argue, meaning you would butt heads with him, right? Because a lot of y'all want to run the whole house. Y'all want to run the show. Y'all don't want anybody to have anything to say about what you're doing, right? You don't want, so overall, you'll subconsciously, without even realizing it, you'll pick and choose a feminine man. And feminine, I don't mean a man that's like girly, but a man that's just like, because I always say for my New Yorkers, Jim Jones, he's a masculine, tough guy, right? But at the end of the day, he has little boy feminine energy. Shout out to Jim Jones. This is not an insult, but overall, there are guys who seek out women that are their mothers. And the reason why I say Jim Jones, even though he looks and acts masculine, is about the way you think. You know, a guy who looks tough, but you got to pay his bills for him. You got to make sure this is good. If you don't do this, he'll turn around and lose everything. You know what I'm saying? You're like, give me this, I'll do it. And next thing you know, you're running around just mothering this man. And then you get to the point where you're like, all right, since he's so laid back, not feminine, but laid back, where you're able to be masculine, and he's like laid back to a point where he allows you to be masculine. And when I say feminine energy, once again, I do not mean girly men. I mean men that are so laid back or so dumb. Not saying Jim Jones is dumb, but some of these guys are like dumb. Some guys will they're dumb on purpose. You know, we'll like be dumb just so you can feel smart or whatever. But you will look for a guy that is going to give you your masculine lane, and at some point it doesn't work out. He doesn't marry you. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting here like, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? Because you have so much masculine energy in you where you actually choose a man that you can control in some type of way. You know, even though, like, for example, Jim Jones, if him and Chrissy were out somewhere, she ain't gotta worry about nothing. It could be somebody shooting and fighting. She gonna keep eating her food because she's with Jim Jones. Ain't nobody messing with him, right? But at the end of the day, does she really feel safe? No. That's why she's so fidgety and anxious all the time, because if she ain't around, Jim Jones will lose his whole house. Jim Jones will lose out on the contract. Jim Jones will have both of them broke. I think he actually did. I don't know, but I think it was a time where him and Chrissy split up and he lost their house or something. I may be wrong, but this is an example of a man that is so laid back. Without you, everything just falls apart. And you just look for these things without even realizing it. And guess what? You won't shut the F up. Blah, 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 da, 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 da. Look at Chris. Da, 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 da. You need to do this. You need to do this. Da, 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 da. Fighting other women. You know what I'm saying? So Chrissy is an example of a black woman that won't shut the F up. You know? And I'm not saying Chrissy because she's actually the type of woman who would shut the F up, but she won't shut the F up for him. She'll shut the F up for her. Right? So to a certain degree, number two, a lot of the reasons why, number two, the second reason why the average black woman refuses to shut the F up is because she doesn't feel safe. And she feels like she has to have this argumentative demeanor in order to simply survive. All right. YouTube, hit the like button. YouTube, hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. And on Instagram, I'm on YouTube also. So if you want to go over there, that's cool. Just letting y'all know. All right. So and let me scroll down. Somebody had something to say. Windism. Hold on. I'm scrolling. What was it? Yeah, y'all hit a super chat or something. All right. Windism 101 says, hold up. If a female waitress disrespected your woman, why would she get quiet and wait for you to address another woman? Because I don't give a damn who disrespected you. You, if you with me, you're gonna shut the F up. You ain't finna turn up in here. That's not what we do. So that's an interesting question. So let's do this. Put a 1 in the chat, like the scenario of if me and a woman were sitting down eating and the waitress started just turning up on you as a woman and she's going off on you, cussing you out or whatever, for whatever reason. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like, no, I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna tell her what I need to tell her. Why would I be quiet and look at you? But put a 1 in the chat if you feel like that. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like, yeah, I agree with Aaron. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna let Aaron deal with that. Waitress or waiter. So somebody says, I agree, I got us. Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy. So put a 1 in the chat if you agree, if you feel like, if you agree with her and you feel like, no, I got this. I'm not gonna let no man, I'm not gonna get quiet. Or either put a 2 in the chat if you feel like, no, I'm gonna sit back and allow my man to deal with it. Okay. Nothing but 2s. Nothing but 2s. Nothing but 2s. Okay, my expectation would be that my man should speak up, right? Number 2, why should I be down? Exactly. Number 2, no, 2, nothing but 2s. Nothing but 2s, which means that somebody says I would spaz. Well, if you would spaz, this means that you don't feel safe. That means you're with a man that doesn't make you feel safe within your own skin. So it's important for you to pay attention to what kind of men you're choosing. Why are you with a man and he doesn't make you feel safe? I wish a woman would say something if something went crazy. Any woman I'm with, any woman I've ever been with is going to look at me and shut the F up, because I make a woman feel safe. And it's not about what I'm doing. It's just my demeanor. Like, no, you're not turning up on nobody. I don't care if it's a drive-through. I don't care if it's on a phone. Let me hear you on a phone going off on somebody. It's going to be a problem. You don't turn up on nobody, because I am officially your representation. I don't care if it's your own mama. You ain't arguing with your mama no more. I represent you. I talk to your mama. I'm gonna say, my ex-wife will tell you, me and her mama didn't get along, but at the end of the day, me and her mom had conversations about what is going to happen with me and her daughter. See, a lot of situations, I don't talk to the woman about things. Once I know what you want, you get out of the way. I'm gonna talk to your daddy. I'm gonna talk to your mama. I'm gonna talk to the person that used to represent you. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not talking to you. I got enough information. You're gonna go over there and you're gonna sit down. It was a woman, Fola, my girl Fola. She was saying how she's with a guy and she's like, she's not ready for marriage, and they've been together for like 2 years or something like that, right? And I'm like, well, if I was your man, you would have no say. I would know what you want in those 2 years. And if you want to get married, it's going to be me and your daddy talking about how we're going to do this. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You just going to accept the ring and help plan the wedding or do whatever. I'm not talking to you. I'm not arguing with you about whether you're married. No, you're going to sit down and you're going to shut the F up. And me and your mama going to talk about this. I actually dated a girl and we just dated. Shout out to Tanisha. Every time she tried to like not listen to me or turn up on me, I didn't argue back. I hear her mama right in front of her. Mom, hey babe, what you doing? You might need to get you might want to get your daughter. And I allow her mama to deal with all that. Because I'm not dealing with you. I'm not arguing with you. Because guess what? I'm not your daddy. That's your parents' job. If you don't know how to shut the F up, I need to be talking to your parents and finding out, yo, did you raise this woman? Why does she want to listen to me? Is it me or is it her? Or is it you? Because if it's me, I gotta work on myself. But if it's her, that means it's you. So why won't your daughter shut the F up? Then the first thing she's gonna say is because she wants her daughter like either out of the house or out of her pockets, you know what I'm saying? Or stop calling me every time you turn around to take care, to watch the kids, whatever. My daughter is not gonna lose out on this good man. So she's gonna get on the phone with her daughter and she's gonna be like, yo, I need you to shut the F up and listen to Aaron because I trust him. You trust him because you with him. So shut up. So I have never told a woman to shut the F up. And I will never tell a woman to shut the F up. But I know who will. Get on the phone with your mama, your dad in a minute. Virtually every woman that I know I've dated, depending on how long it was, I knew either I had a relationship with her mom or her dad. If she had a dad, I need to talk to your dad. Because like I told you, me and you gonna have conversations about your daughter because you raised her. So I'm not gonna deal with that's like arguing with a computer. No, I'm not gonna argue with a computer. I'm arguing with the programmer. I'm gonna call customer service, right? I'm gonna call customer service about the computer. I'm not gonna sit here. What is it? No, the computer ain't doing nothing. The computer was programmed to do what it's supposed to do, right? So no, I'm gonna go talk to the developer of the computer. I'm gonna talk to your developer. I'm gonna go talk to the person that programmed all this bull crap in you. I'm gonna go to them and say, yo, why won't your daughter shut the F up? Did you teach her not to shut the F up when she's with a good man? What are we doing here? And we deal with things that way. So, number one reason why women don't want to shut the F up is just rehashing real quick is simply because nobody taught you to, and you've been living your life around women all your life, and you simply don't know that men literally want you to shut the F up. So you just don't. And when a man says it or whatever, you get even more turned up because you don't even know what to do because you've been taught by your mama not to shut the F up. Okay? But I'm teaching you guys tonight, we as men want you to shut the F up. For the men on here, put a 1 in the chat if you want your woman to shut the F up. If you're a man, put a 1 in the chat. No, put some fire emojis in the chat if you as a man want your woman to shut the F up. All right. So, and number 2 is simply that you don't feel safe in your own skin. So you feel like you're always on go and you're always ready to fight or argue or something because you don't feel safe. Okay. All right. Number 3 is a little scary. How do I put this? Because this is a little deep. This is a little deep. I don't see the fire emojis. I don't have any men on here. Or maybe some men don't want their woman to shut the F up. But this is a little deep. Number 3, the reason why it is so hard for a Black woman to shut the F up is that you're so embarrassed about your past where you have this wall up, and if somebody gets close to the wall, you start spazzing out. You start whatever. And a lot of times you get argumentative. You start, you don't know me. You just have this like electric fence up around you where you just literally don't want somebody to really get close to you, because once they are close enough to see inside of your yard, they're going to judge you. You don't want to be judged. So you keep men and other people, especially men. He can have sex, he can live in your house, but there's a certain point where you don't want him to get that close. And every time he gets that close, here goes that mouth. Blah, 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 blah. Because there is a lot of secrets in the back of a woman's mind that she never wants her man to find out about. Some of you, and I hope I'm wrong, but some of you have been raped. Some of you have been molested. And you walk around with this smile on your face. You walk around being happy. You want to be happy. But at some particular point, you have to put on this facade. So Paris said, well, if she has all of this going on in the back of her mind or in her life, wouldn't that cause her to be silent? No. The reason why is because those things, those events that actually happened in your past has caused you to always be on the defensive. And you feel like, as a Black woman, being silent is a weakness. And the last thing you want to do is be looked at as weak. Because the last time somebody thought you were weak, they took advantage of you. The last time somebody thought you were weak, they took advantage of you. Last time you really gave all of your trust into somebody and you totally let go, they took advantage of you. See, sadly, because this is a hard one. Sadly, and put a 1 in the chat if this applies to you, what I'm about to say. Put a 1 in the chat if this applies to you, what I'm about to say. Virtually everybody that you've loved, virtually everybody that loved you at some particular point hurt you. Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. I repeat, virtually everybody that you've loved, virtually everybody that loved you at some particular point hurt you. I hope I don't get any 1s in the chat because, oh crap, the 1s are coming. Because sometimes I hope I'm wrong in these situations, but this is part of the reason why, because like I said before, when I was talking about number 1 and number 2, the average woman, especially Black woman, the way she defends herself is with her voice, is with her attitude. Oh, who you talking to? I wish that would happen to me. I wish he would. I would do blah, 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 blah. Right? You don't want to shut the F up because you think somebody's going to look at you like you soft. You're supposed to be this strong woman. You can't be silenced by anybody. A lot of ones. See, the things that you're embarrassed about that happened to you, the things that you're embarrassed about that you actually did. You know, a lot of you have an elongated whole phase, and you've done some stuff. Some of you have done some stuff for money. You've done a lot of stuff that you don't want anybody to know about. But you actually want to share yourself with people. But you don't want them to know the things that are in your closet. You're embarrassed of those things. So you would like to shut the F up and allow him to lead wholeheartedly. But the last time you did that, somebody violated you. And it hurts. It hurts me. I witnessed some of that growing up in the household with my mom. I witnessed I was a kid, and my mom wasn't a big arguer or whatever, but I actually witnessed my mom getting violated as a kid. And the next day, we had to act like nothing happened. And she's smoking cigarettes, happy, la 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 la. My mom was a hurt little girl, but she had to act like something else in front of her little boy the next day. She actually got a little more argumentative the next day. A little, you know, tell me what to do. Go do this, go do that. You know, she was happy all the time, but her tone of voice started slowly changing, and she started like getting mad at me over little stuff. I remember it like it was yesterday. She started getting mad at me over little stuff, started telling me what to do, started like, you know, and I'm like, yo, why are you picking on me? You ever felt picked on by your mom? I was at a point where I started feeling picked on, you know. That was her defense mechanism. So some of you don't want to be judged. Some of you don't necessarily want somebody to get that close. I mean, like that close, where they can actually see inside of you. That person gets that close. Blah 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 blah. Something's gonna come out, and you're gonna be like, the guy gonna be like, "Yo, chill. Who you telling to chill?" You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of things I've witnessed where in a way I can empathize with what y'all have been through. I'm not a woman, but in my own way, I can empathize with y'all been through because I seen it, you know. And so that's number 3. Number 4 has a lot to do with number 3. All right, number 4 has a lot to do with number 3. And it's about as deep as number 3. Number 4 is your mom was violated. And all you want your mom to do is love you. But she can't. Because the things that we're talking about with number 3 happened to your mother. Just like I'm talking about what happened with my mom. And it changed her. and your mom doesn't trust anybody. See, the truth is, in a lot of situations, and if y'all are enjoying this video so far, hit the like button and share this video out on Facebook. Share this video out on Facebook, y'all. All y'all got a Facebook account. Share this video out on Facebook. And for those who are on Instagram, this is going to be deleted. So go over to YouTube, mrletgo, and share this video out on Facebook. Share this video out on Facebook, y'all. It may really help somebody. So some of your moms have been so hurt where they haven't been able to love, care for, and protect you the way you actually needed her to. So now you won't shut the F up because you feel like I can't trust nobody. What I'm gonna shut the F up for you for? I got tired of my mama telling me to shut the F up. I got tired of my mama ignoring me. I want people to hear me. I want to be heard finally. You can't shut me up. What's wrong with you? Who you think you are? My mama did that. I used to sit in the back seat and ask my mom, why is the sky blue? And I want to be an astronaut and all these random things. Look at my dinosaur I just drew. And all you heard was, girl, shut up. Girl, be quiet. Can you be quiet for a second? Stay in the child's place. You talk too much. And as a little girl, you're just like, yo, I just wanted to show you the picture of the dinosaur that I just colored. You don't want to see what I just know? But I wanna tell you how my day was. But sadly, your mom may be like this because nobody listened to her. Nobody gave her a safe space to land when she felt scared. And because of that, she doesn't know how to give you a safe space to land when you get hurt. So all she's going to do is say, suck it up, just deal with it. This is a hard life out here. You don't understand. These men, you think I'm bad. These men, they real bad. You wouldn't believe how bad they, because she got violated. She got hurt. So she's like, I got to get you ready for this world. And you just like, but mama, I just want a hug. I just want you to tell me you love me. You can't tell me you love me. All right, you run around all this, I love you crap. You're gonna end up looking like me. But you like, yo, but what do I do with all these things that I want to say? So now that you're an adult, now that you're grown, you don't want nobody to silence you. You don't want nobody to tell you to shut the F up. You don't want to shut the F up. You want to tell everybody everything. Every time something pop in your head, you want to say it. Let it rain outside. You're going to complain about the rain. You complain about everything. You just want to talk, blah, 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 blah. Then when you get with a man that isn't listening to you, it triggers you. It reminds you of when you were little. Your mama didn't listen to you. Your daddy didn't listen to you. Your uncle ignored you. when that particular person didn't listen to you when you told him no, when you told him to stop, and he ignored you. So now you walking around with a chip on your shoulder, feeling like ain't nobody gonna silence me. And now you get with a man and you don't know how to shut the F up. Because you don't want that man to see behind your actual curtain. You don't want him to get so close where he actually can possibly see what's behind the curtain. And number 5, all of these things are kind of like concurrent with each other. Number 5, because of all of this, you are possibly still a little girl in a grown woman's body. You are still that 14-year-old girl. And now you have a little bit more power now, though. You have a car, you have a job, you have kids. So now you can run around telling other people to shut the F up. But you shut the F up? No. You want to fight, you want to fuss. But at the end of the day, the reason why you don't want to shut the F up is because you're operating as a child. You're literally a 14-year-old little girl that is hurt and damaged and don't want to listen to nobody. So the second a man tells you to shut, I ain't gonna say a man tells you to shut the F up. Second, anybody tries to tell you whatever, tell you anything, you don't want to listen to them because you're still that same 14-year-old girl with the little black fingernails who was angry, the little tomboy before you got sexy. That little girl, the tomboy little girl before you got sexy. Put a 1 in the chat if you had a tomboy phase when you were little. Put a 1 in the chat if you had a tomboy phase. So you walking around like that 14-year-old little girl, angry at the world, wishing somebody would tell you to shut the F up. You ain't with it. But sadly, because of this, you can't maintain a relationship. Because of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or a variation of 1 through 5, whichever one actually fits you. Paris, you say 7 to 10. You were 7 years old when you was a tomboy. Yeah. Because of a variation of these 5 things, you can't get along with men. And you don't want to shut the F up because you feel like you deserve to talk, even when people don't even want to hear you talk. See, here's the thing. You can't make somebody listen to you. Sometimes people don't want to hear what you have to say. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're boring, stupid, or anything. Sometimes people just aren't interested in what you have to say. And that person has the right to say so. Me and Alicia was in the DMs going back and forth about this stuff. And all she wants to do is, oh, what about these men? We ain't talking about these men, Alicia. And Alicia just says, so fathers have nothing to do with all of this drama? Most definitely. Some of your moms failed to keep a father in your life. Some of your mothers failed to maintain a relationship with your father. Some of you look just like your father, and every time she looks at you, she sees him. And because of that, she almost doesn't even like you. So, yes, Leisha, a lot of this has to do with your father, because your father or your lack thereof is part of your pain. Some of you had alcoholic fathers. Some of you had good fathers. Some of you had fathers that left. Some of you have fathers that you never knew. Regardless of the situation, your father had a lot to do with how your mother treated you. Because a lot of times women take out what is going on in their lives with your father out on you. And it's not fair. But now you want to take your issues out with us. And all we want to do is protect you. I don't need no man. It's sad. But it's true. Darn, you was a tomboy when you was in your 20s? So I don't want this live to just go on like super long or whatever, but we men want you to shut the F up. And it's not in disrespect, it's in love. Allow us, if you picked the right man, you have to pay attention to the type of man that you picked. Because some of you are picking feminine men because you're masculine. Some of you are picking losers because you're a mother figure to men. So you got to pay attention to the type of men you picked. But if you got a good man or you met a good man and you start feeling anxious, well, one of the reasons why you may feel anxious around that good man is because you may not feel like you're a good woman. You may not feel like you can level up to where this man actually is going to require you to level up to. And if you meet a good man, if you meet a man like me, one of the requirements would be for you to shut the F up. And if you don't know how to shut the F up, you might as well forget about being with a strong, masculine, good, protecting man. Because he ain't going to put up with it. Second, he hear your mouth, he's going to be gone. And some of you, you'll leave him before he leaves you, though. And the reason why is you already know what's going to happen. You know he's going to leave you eventually because you know you don't want to shut the F up. But my thing is, why continue to go down bad roads knowing that they're bad? Why don't you just go learn how to shut the F up? Why don't you go learn and go get coaching and go get therapy? Why don't you go fix your stuff before allowing another man to come around you or come in your space? You know when that man gets this close to you, you're going to spaz out. Why don't you release all those demons in your closet before you allow a man to come in your space? Aaron, how long does it take to really know if he's a good man? Stop worrying about that. Focus on whether you're a good woman. Go look at the video that I did that says the 5 reasons why you may not be a good woman. Once you go watch that video and you write all that down and you're able to say, all right, all 5 of these things I check off. So that means I'm unofficially a good woman. Now work on your choices of men. It doesn't take long to know or find out if a man is a good man or not. Because we can't lie for too long. Like we don't really care enough to lie that long. So it's going to easily come out. Discernment, right, Paris? And here's the biggest thing. Here's the biggest thing. A lot of you don't even know what you want in a man because you never seen it before. I had somebody in my coaching group to tell me that. She said, after being in your coaching group, I now know what I want in a man. And it took for me to see how you operate, which is me, to know now what I actually want. So the truth is, to answer your question, how long does it take to tell if a man is a good man or not? The better question is, do you know what a good man actually looks like? Do you know the meaning of a good man? Because I don't really like all this good man, good woman stuff, but I got to speak y'all language, right? But at the end of the day, virtually every last one of y'all, if I ask all y'all, what does a good man look like? I'm going to get like 30 different answers. One going to say, he dedicates his time to me. Another person says, he shuts the F up and listens to me. Another person going to say he has money. You know what I'm saying? So I need you all to write down what a good man is in your opinion. And then go see if you've had that in your life somewhere. And a lot of you will say no. And a lot of you are just literally lost and you have no idea what you really want because you've never seen it. Somebody just came in. Why would you want black women to shut the F up? You are so late, Queen TMG. You're going to have to look at the YouTube video, keyword YouTube video, because she's on Instagram. The YouTube video that I'm almost done with now, and I'll let you know. And guess what? It's not going to make you feel terrible. It's going to make you feel actually good. So it's cool. But it's actually in my Instagram stories, and it's Mr. Let Go on YouTube. So it's not meant to make you feel bad. It's not meant to silence you. Once you see all 5 of these reasons, you're gonna feel okay about it. Because like I said, I'm not here to demean black women. I'm not here to make y'all feel bad. I'm here to give you guys actionable steps that would put you in a better position to get whatever it is that you want in life. And a huge part of what a lot of you want in life is marriage, family, and a man that's going to be your covering where you don't have to be running around feeling anxious all day or all week or all year or all your life. Paris says not. This wasn't as offensive as I expected. I'm not here to offend anybody, But Paris, you know yourself. Like, it will behoove virtually every Black woman to literally shut the F up. You will get a lot farther if you learn how to shut the F up. And some of you are never going to shut the F up. And a lot of you those particular women are going to stay to themselves, or either be in a relationship with a man that isn't going to act right because he's like your child and not your man. Because any man is going to want you to shut the F up. And just for the record, any men watching this, never tell a woman to shut the F up. You either have it or you don't. I will never, and I have never told a woman to shut the F up. She knew to shut the F up because of who I actually was. I know it's off subject. What y'all talking about? Hold up. All right. After he said women shouldn't value their blank because it's only good for sex and popping babies out. What else is it there for? What are you talking about? Oh my God. Look, that's a whole different subject or whatever, but I see you came back anyway, talking all that mess, but you still up in here. All right, hold on 1 second. Bring the speaker up. What I need to do? Hold on 1 second. Oh, you got a bad connection. Come on. Looks like you got a bad connection. Let me try again. Hold on, I'm trying to get someone wants to go live real quick. You got a bad connection. I can't see anything. Bad connection. I can't. It's not working. Let me know if something changes, and I'll go. What's up, Nadira? So, do you guys have any questions before I leave, or does anybody want to go live with me before I leave? Let's try again. Classic what? There we go.
All right, we're here. So my brother agrees with you.
Of course.
100%.
What's going on, my brother?
And I told you a lot about my brother. So I told you he was like my brother, and we get to spend time with him to pick his brain about my stuff. So I wanted him to hear you live, and so he agrees with you.
I agree with you 100%. They try to trick us off, especially when we're being men, doing everything for the house, doing everything for the children.
Oh, wait. Hold on. It's like you have a real bad connection. You said.
No, it's just because.
Oh yeah, turn them.
All right, try again. Yeah.
Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I was agreeing with you because of what you were saying about how women treat us like children when they have this status, when they have this, professional, like status. They make more than the man. And so if they feel like they make more than us, they feel like they got to belittle us in the household, you know, in front of the kids, in front of, you know what I'm saying, talking too much, you know, just trying to express how, you know, how they do things so perfectly. Like I have a woman that thinks she does everything just perfectly because, you know, she was independent from the gate. She didn't have any parents. Her mother died early. Her dad, you know, was out there ripping and running, being a gigolo. So she feels like she took care of herself on her own and she doesn't need a lot of assistance. And whatever, you know, whatever a man does for her, like whatever, you know, whatever I do for her, it's just never enough. You know, I could pay all the bills 1 month. I could pay all the bills for the next 3-4 months. But to her, it's still like, you know, I'm successful on my own with or without you. And I can still take care of our children better with or without you. I mean, this is the problem we're having right now. You know, it's, you know, I feel like this is a real feminist society right now.
Okay.
And I feel the words you were talking about just a couple minutes ago.
All right, stop for 1 second. Stop for 1 second. The problem actually may be with you and not her.
Yeah.
Just being honest. And the reason.
No, seriously, I'm issues with myself.
Hold on. See, this is okay. I want to say something, but I don't want you to be offended. Okay, this is meant to help you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I sense. I do not mean to offend you. I sense a lot of feminine energy from you. And not saying that you're not a man, but it's about your way of communicating. Like you could have said, hey, I have, and I'm not telling you how to talk, but I have this problem, and what do I need to do about it? You are like, well, women are this and that, and then I didn't even know you were talking about yourself, and I had to listen a little bit more. So you didn't ask a clear question. Wait. Chill, hold on a second. So you didn't ask a clear question in order to get a clear answer. It was like a little bit of asking a question, but a little bit of venting also, right?
Yeah, I was venting.
Hold on. Wait. And this in particular is feminine energy also. And I do not mean to offend you, my brother. You ready to talk more. Like, because shutting the F up is literally about, it's not being like, hey, I'm over you or I'm making you do something. It's about being able to be an active listener. So you stated a question in a situation, and I'm here to give you my perspective. And you're like, well, no. Wait, what? I'm like, bro, it's cool. So we got to have a conversation where once I finish talking, you talk, and then once you talk, you know what I'm saying? So what I see is I can see you being around her, and she's like, well, I make more money than you. Oh no, but instead of being quiet and being like, okay, so what does it mean just because you make more money than you? And then y'all have a conversation about that instead of being offended. Because the thing about it is the way she was raised is the way she was raised. Because just like I said earlier, I don't know if you've seen the whole broadcast, but I talked about how if I'm dating a woman, I'm not going to argue with that woman. I'm going to go talk to her mama. I'm going to go talk to her daddy and ask her mama or her daddy, who the hell raised this woman and why is she so whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, arguing with a computer makes no sense. You talk to customer service. You talk to the developer of the computer, which is their mama or their daddy, and you don't sit here and complain to them. Oh, your daughter said this. Don't nobody want to hear that. No, hold on, but what you say is like, yo, I just got a question. Your daughter has these ideologies where she believes in this or she feels like that, and I want to know from you, like, where does she get that from? See, the more questions you ask, the more information you get. Because like I said, a lot of what you were saying was like vintage, as in venting, versus simply asking a question. So go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I vented a little bit, and I just caught the tail end of your live. You know, my sister was just like, oh yeah, you need to, he has good views on, relationships and stuff. So I didn't really get to hear the full conversation with what you're talking about. And with me and my girl though, it's weird because I told you her mother. I don't really have too many people to talk to on her end other than her older sister.
Her mother.
And, and her sister's pretty much the same. I have a talker.
Her mother?
A talker. No, her sister.
Her mother.
Yeah, she doesn't have a mother. Her mother died when she was like 12.
What's her dad?
So her dad is, her dad's around, but he's doing bad because of, situations of, it's hard for him to live anywhere. So I mean, her dad's pretty bad. So
go help her dad out and go sit down with him.
Yeah, I mean, I can, because she's pretty much like her dad. She's a communicator. She's like, everything you said was spot on. You really do have to listen to somebody like her because she wants to communicate. The problem with her, she likes to communicate a little bit too much. And your point about shutting up, that's what I feel she needs to do a little bit more and let me communicate. Let me listen to me, but when you're independent the way she is, I mean, and she feels like she's done everything on her own and didn't have too much of her parents' help, it's hard for her to listen. That shut the F up there and just doesn't work with her.
But overall, this is you also, though. You have the same thing. I can hear it in your voice that you want to be heard also. We all have to understand that we all want to be heard. But we have to take turns. And when you're with a woman that needs to be heard and she feels like she's independent and all this and that, the last thing you want to do is fight with her because that's not going to get you anywhere. Everybody, no matter who it is, they want something. And the reason why they're mad, argumentative, unreasonable, argumentative, is because they're not getting something that they want. Your job is to ask questions and find out what it is that she actually wants instead of arguing with her. I don't argue with women. Period.
Yeah.
I might go back and forth with a woman or debate, but I'm not arguing with no woman because that woman is going to shut the F up. Mm-hmm. But you have to establish that. So the bottom line is, does this woman feel safe in her own skin?
I can make her feel unsafe sometimes.
Stop. This is feminine energy. You gotta hear the question and give an answer. Does this woman feel safe in her own skin?
I would hope so. I mean, I don't do nothing.
Stop. I'm trying to get you to understand something. Yes or no?
I would think so, yeah.
So
I think she feels safe. She should be highly protected being with me. I mean.
I don't think so.
Does she feel safe in her own skin? Is that
her own skin?
I don't know. That's a great question. I didn't even think about it. Like I don't know if she feels safe in her own skin.
Well, that's the bottom line. See, that's the thing. You so busy arguing with her, you're not asking her what she wants. A woman wants to feel safe before everything. When she doesn't feel safe, she starts spaz out and go all over the place about everything. If a woman feels safe, she'll openly shut the F up. She wants to shut the F up. She wants to sit back and let a man take, but she can't because everybody around her keeps disappointing her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's tired of getting disappointed, bro. You're disappointing her.
I'm the only one, and the only one she has accepted in her life that hasn't really disappointed her.
You stop. Stop. You still want to call. You see what I'm saying? You want to talk. You have disappointed her. Now what? Stop defending yourself. Uh-oh. I don't know, they dropped off or whatever. But That right there is an example right there. That particular woman in that scenario did not feel safe in her own skin, and she is tired of being disappointed by everybody around her, including him. And the only thing I'm asking him is, does she feel safe? How does she feel? And he's like, well, I don't know. If you don't know, just say, I don't know. See, ladies, this is what I'm talking about. We all have to communicate better. And part of communication is shutting the F up. Just sit back and say, what do you want? Imagine you're somewhere, right? You're at an ATM machine, right? Late at night. And somebody walks up, yo, give me all your money. All right. Right? And you hand them your wallet or your pocketbook or whatever, and they punch you in the face. Apparently, they want something. And it's important for you to say, what do you want? I'm at an ATM machine. You want more money? What do you want? Because I want you to leave me alone. So what can I do that will make you leave me alone? He may just say, go to ATM machine and get out $400. Okay. I don't want you to hurt me. So I'm going to do that. Get the money out. Here you go. It's a good possibility he'll just run off. Everybody wants something. Okay, I think they're back. You have to find out what they want. Everybody has a pain point. Hey.
Hey. So.
Hold on. Let me. I'll be right back.
Hold
on.
Okay.
Okay. So he's coming right back. Okay. We have to have a little moment where I have to explain to him. A lot of people get you twisted. I have to explain to him that I followed you twice before I have to follow you and actually accept your coach. Okay?
Wait.
I had to reel him back in.
Wait. You unfollowed me twice?
I told you that.
I didn't know it was 2 times.
I needed you. Oh no. It was twice.
Okay.
It was twice. You want me to tell you when the second time was?
When was the second time you unfollowed me?
It was when you went live with that lady recently. That lady recently, where you guys have this big thing, and then you guys added each other back. You guys went back again.
Uh-huh.
The one that was like she was doing her makeup.
Yeah.
She had earphones out. Yeah. That threw me for a loop. I just didn't understand, like, what the heck. Like,
but you feel like I did something wrong?
I seen another side of you. I felt like she got under your skin, and I felt like
all I wanted her to do was what? What do you think I wanted her to do? Shut the F up. Exactly what we're saying here.
But with her, I just felt like I felt like she had some points that you needed to hear to better yourself as well. That
wasn't the point. She was on my platform, and we had to have a conversation, which is sharing the floor, sharing, you know what I'm saying? And she got to the point where she literally, because you can go back and watch it, it's still on my page.
I watched it.
So
a couple times.
It's a time when she started talking over me. You don't talk over me. You shut the F up. And then I shut the F up. And then you shut the F up. And then I shut the F up. That is how a conversation works. I'm not dealing with a little girl. So when the little girl in you comes out, that little girl gonna shut the F up. or I'm going to have to bloop, get rid of you. I don't know if you know this, but I went on her platform. Did you know that? Yes or no?
At first I did not. At first I didn't notice that. So then I understood. Yeah.
So you seen when I got on her platform, right? What did I do when I got on her platform?
You shut up.
I shut it the F up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in her house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see how it's not about a man telling women, y'all need to shut the F up. No. People need to shut the F up. Men and women. So we can get a better understanding of what we all want from each other.
So is that so you're saying that in shutting up is also respect for
Facts.
who you're having a conversation with.
Yep. That's all it is.
I've learned to really, like, it's crazy, Aaron. Like, I've learned so much just from being quiet.
Yes.
And hearing people out. They respect me more. They talk to me more. They reach out to me more. They open up more because I actually listen. And I can, and sometimes when I want to butt in, I realize that if I did, I wouldn't have got what I got just from remaining quiet to hear the gist of it all.
Right. Hold on one second. Terica, can you hear her with no problem? Terica, can you hear her with no problem? Is everything good as far as your ability to hear her? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, just listen.
Is your brother back?
No, he's coming back.
Okay. Well, you can let him go ahead.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I've gotten pretty far, Aaron. I'm getting a ring tomorrow.
You're getting a ring tomorrow?
No, next week I'm getting the ring. Next week, next Monday, we're going to pick up this ring that we picked out a while ago, right?
Who?
And
so I'm getting women married out here.
I don't know about an engagement ring. It's like a promise ring.
Hold on, what? A promise ring?
Yeah. To me, it's a promise ring.
Why is this grown man giving you a promise ring? He's grown.
That's not what we call it. That's what I don't know what to call it.
Don't take that ring. Don't take that ring.
Why?
Anybody got time to be playing? Y'all aren't children. Was it a Christmas gift or something? A Thanksgiving gift? What is this? He wants to buy.
It's a birthday gift. It was a birthday gift that he was supposed to give me a while ago, but he had gave me a chain instead.
No.
And so
no. If no, don't take no freaking ring. What y'all children or something? No. Or either wait for Christmas and he can buy you a ring for Christmas. But overall, no, don't allow a man to and this is gonna be funny. Don't allow a man to pacify you with a ring. And you like, ooh, he got me a ring. Come on now. You're a grown-ass woman. Stop it. But look, if he's not coming back, we gotta like he can hit me up in the DM or whatever. We can go back live again or something like that, you know. But overall, yeah. Kim, can you hear her with no problem? I just want to make sure that the audio, because I had to turn the audio down because it was like feedback. But overall, what's going on with your brother is
buying time.
Like I literally said with like you said when I was on the line with Tanya TKO. Shout out to Tanya TKO. When I got on her platform, I shut the F up. And that's how you're supposed to do. It's not just about women shutting the F up. I just labeled this because women have the biggest problem shutting the F up. And y'all are the ones always in my DM talking about why men can't act right. So my answer to that is because y'all don't want to shut the F up. But that does not mean that men don't need to shut the F up either. Because your brother It sounds like, because with a light tone, not saying he was, but he was light argumentative with me. Even though he was on the same page, he was agreeing with me in an argumentative manner. Yeah, but I'm in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, but yeah. I'm like, bro, chill. Yeah, da. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, he was agreeing with me, but he still was like, didn't want to stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes,
how I used to be.
Yeah, that comes from his upbringing also, I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we all have to go back to our developers and find out what is wrong with our programming. I'll say that one more time. We all have to go back to our developers, who are our parents, and find out what is wrong with our freaking programming. Because we can't. Go ahead.
Now somebody said you kept cutting him off rudely, saying, wait, be quiet, saying that, you know how you do. And somebody said that was rude. That's somebody on your thread. And that's what he felt.
Okay. The reason why I did that was because he is on here to do what? Why is he on here?
Listen and take advice.
Right.
The advice that I told you.
Right. We're not at a bar. He is a stranger coming onto my platform asking me a solution to a problem. But instead, so once I hear the solution, you run up to the police officer and say, oh my God, somebody's chasing me. All he's going to ask is, what do they look like? He's like 6 feet, white guy, and he has an axe in his hand. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's about to go look for the guy. But what if you like, and he tried to hit me with an axe and I did this. What is the police officer going to do?
Right. And then the other thing is that
wait, answer the question.
Oh, okay. I was reading something in a comment and I
see what I'm saying. You're not even listening to me. If you run up to a police officer and say, hey, somebody's trying to hurt me, and then he asks you what his description is, and you keep telling them why they're trying to hurt you, the officer's going to tell you to shut the F up. He got enough information to go find the person. He knows what he looks like, what he got on, and what he carrying. I don't need no more information. So when your brother gave me enough information, I don't need to listen to no more. Now my job is to go find the culprit of his problem, which turned out to be him and not her. But he said he wanted to be defensive, but I'm like, bro, I don't mean to offend you. And I said that 4 times. I don't mean to offend you, but this is a you thing and not a her thing. Right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
But he did not want to shut the F up.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that you don't change your tone for men or women.
No.
If you have a point, yeah, so that's the other thing that somebody mentioned as far as, and I wonder that why don't you change your tone for men or women? You speak to everybody in the same tone, but as we've seen on here, some people feel like you shouldn't be talking that hard to a woman, and you shouldn't be disrespecting a man and talking to men like that either. So it's like, what tone do you really talk in? At that point, I consider you're just being Aaron, and you're just not gonna like budge to pacify anybody's insecurities on how they're being spoke to.
Exactly, because the bottom line is, I am myself and I am consistent. What a lot of women are not used to is consistency. See, when I'm consistent, you know exactly what you're going to get. That's why you followed me again after you unfollowed me 2 times. You're going to get the same stuff. Did something change when you followed me back? No. So it's important to give women consistency. So what if I got with him and I started changing my tone, like, yeah, man, what's going on, man? Oh, man, these women, yeah, they suck. Yeah, da. Wouldn't y'all be like, yo, Why don't you give him the same energy you give us? What is wrong with you, Aaron, Mr. Let Go? Now I really can see that you don't like women. Look at you. You pandering to it. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people went crazy? No, that man gets the same smoke as women do. Because at the end of the day, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the president of the United States. You come on my platform asking me a question, I'm going to handle it the way Mr. Let Go handles it. And if you or anybody else doesn't like it, that's on y'all, because y'all chose to come on this platform. Y'all click this button. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, anywhere else in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. Beautiful words said by Prince. You go to a Prince concert, you expect him to change his tone?
Absolutely.
You expect him to start playing the guitar because of you? Exactly. You go to a Prince concert, you want Prince, right? You come to a Mr. Let Go live, you want Mr. Let Go. You ain't got, right?
Right.
So for all of those women who feel like that I'm supposed to do this and do that, that's Mr. Panderer or something. I don't know. Go to that person's page. I don't know what that person's page is, but that's Mr. Pander Man. I don't pander to y'all. I don't give a crap about what y'all think. Who else you gonna ever see have a whole thumbnail that says black women need to shut the F up?
Mm-hmm.
I made a whole thumbnail that says it. I'm not just saying it, I put it in text. Some of y'all need to shut the F up, men and women. Period. And I don't stutter. So
I get it. He's just talking to his dad right now. So
okay, but tell him to DM me, because I waited a good 15-20 minutes. So if anybody is disrespectful, or if anybody is like, yo, I don't like how, if he wanted to speak to me, if he wanted to speak to me again, he would have rushed his butt back in the car.
Nah, we came up here so he can talk to his dad.
Oh, okay. No. His dad's relationship comes more important than mine. So don't interrupt them.
Yeah.
But it's cool. But like I said, tell him to hit me up. Is whatever. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, real quick. What do you think about being in my coaching group when you was in it?
I mean, for one, the consistency. Every morning you have something for us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, being in school full time, it was just like another class for me. So I just didn't have time to keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't do, the fee, because I didn't want to pay for something I wouldn't be able to be consistent in receiving the benefits from it. But I do plan on joining back. But when I was in it, to wake up to all of the different information that the ladies was given and the feedback, and then sometimes the dialogue being argumentative at times, but then we all come to a conclusion in the end to where we all shift together in that group. We change together. And I like the ladies in that group are very vulnerable. Everybody's really open about what they're going through. And I wasn't like that. I'm still kind of not like that.
Right.
But it helped me realize that I'm not like that. And that's why I'm alone, because I need to be talking to somebody that's not going to be a yes man, or somebody that's not a toxic homegirl that's going to agree with me.
Agree with you. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I liked about the group. Just getting the real truth. And if I really, there was a time that I did open up and say something in the group, and everybody chimed in. I just like how we shift together. We, as women, we change together, and then we have a male's point of view, so that we don't stay stuck in the way that the culture has really blamed. Yeah, that process of life that our culture has became when it comes to us as women. Right. And us just really being brainwashed along with the music, the reality TV shows, everything. We're conditioned by something that has not worked for us in a very long time. And so it's just good to get back into the loop of getting the result that we really want and that we deserve. So
Right.
that's what I like about the coaching group.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. And they weren't argumentative, but at the end of the day, it was about having different perspectives. Everybody
Right.
chimes in with their particular perspective. And sometimes you may not like a particular perspective, but that wasn't argumentative. It was about everybody being vulnerable enough. Because just like you said, you don't want to, it's not productive to be in an atmosphere where everybody is so agreeable and nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. There's certain times where the ladies would hurt somebody's feelings instead of me, because at the end of the day, they're like, nah, that ain't it. Sometimes it's just not it. But we got to get out of this culture of pandering to each other. You know, your homegirl pander, like, I don't want to hurt her feelings. No, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? We got to grow. And a part of growth is conflict. Imagine me lifting weights, right? And say I lift 225 pounds, right? If I want to lift more, that is more conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to get bigger, if I want to get this and get that, if I want to get stronger, I got to put more weight on the bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is more conflict, because the bar is right up against my chest, and I don't want it there. I want it up here, right? So that's a conflict of interest. So me and this bar, we got something to work on, right? So that's conflict. But if I want to get stronger, I got to get it up, bring it back. I got to bring the conflict back to me, and I got to push it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with,
right.
Yeah, that's the same thing with everything. You can't run away from conflict. You can't lift a weight one time and then go home and think you're gonna get swole or fit or strong. No, you got to do it over again. So you got to continue to put yourself in environments where there's conflict and not just agreeableness. The agreeable person is the girl or the guy over there with the little two pound dumbbells going like this. They ain't doing nothing.
Which also is that the isolation, but also the mentality of I don't need a man. I got everything on my own. All of those things are trying to avoid conflict. You don't want to have to go back and forth with trying to get nobody to do what you want them to do, or trying, whatever. So yeah.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Yep. So look, let him know I'm open to talk to him another time. But okay. He's talking to his dad, so it's all good. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you. Love you.
Okay, love you too. Thank you so much. Say bye, Rosalind.
Bye, Rosalind.
My daughter is the one. She loves you, man. Oh, we watched that live with Tanya TKO, man. We was rolling. It was good. She's the one that got me to act back. Okay.
Yeah.
We she's young, but for me, I taught my kids. My people think I tell my kids too much, but my son, he grew up to be successful. I was a single mom, and I just didn't want to be messed up because of what I did as a single mom. So I just told him, a lot of my mistakes so that he could make them. But then also the mistakes that you make, it's not going to be the same mistakes I made. But guess what? The world kind of goes, it's the same thing with our culture. Everything happens over and over. History repeats itself. But
no, not all the time. But we got to break the cycle.
I feel like it might be a different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, the decisions that we make in life can apply to any situation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So anyway, with her, I kind of be letting her listen to some of my coaching stuff because, if you got a kid that's an old soul or they just know a lot, like
Give it
I
to
want her
him.
to know the truth. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? What she's trying to think she can figure out. So sometimes I let her chime in on your little stuff before you start telling people to shut the F up. Yeah. Here, I told him that come on. Oh my God. He's avoiding it.
Okay. All right, it's cool. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Right.
All right, that's what's up. Okay, so this was a great show. And we are right at the 55-minute mark. So right on time. So make sure to make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and share this video to somebody that could need it on Facebook or on Instagram. Well, probably Facebook. You can't do it in there, but share this video on Facebook. But y'all have a wonderful evening, and there's another video coming, so you don't have to get off the platform. Just go to another one of my videos. Y'all have a good one.